What's going on, family? It's the entertainer, motivated, educator, Lucky Murray, back with another Gamecock news update. Today, I want to talk about how an 8-man football player ended up with a scholarship at the University of South Carolina. I'm talking about Kylic Horton. I hope I'm saying Mr. Horton's name correctly. Kylic Horton out of Clarendon Hall. That's in Summerton, South Carolina, over there by the Florence, Santee River area. But before I go any further, man, here's what I need you to do. One of three things. One, if you love the content, consider subscribing to my Patreon. Yes, December's almost over, but I still have a goal. I'm trying to get to 10 Patreons by the end of the month. You can help me with that goal. So go to patreon.com/Lucky Murray. The link will be in the description below or the pinned comment. 2, subscribe to the channel. If you can't subscribe to the Patreon, like the video, hit the notification bell. Also, that lets you know whenever time I drop a video, and also share the video. It helps out a ton. You can do those things. Those are free. And 3, if you can't do none of those things, share the video. It helps out a ton. So let's get into this, man. But, man, Kylic Horton, man, like I said before, he is out of Clarendon Hall. It is a school that does 8-man football. Looked at their roster. They have about 21, 22 guys. So if they was to play football, there'd be a very small skeezer team. They're skeezer. That's the South Carolina Independent Schools Association. But they play 8-man. I didn't know this, but 18 teams play in 8-man football in the state of South Carolina. Clarendon Hall is one. They're for schools that struggle to get people to play football, or they don't have the numbers per se to field a full 11-man football team. So he could have went to another school in the area, but because of the simple fact that they love the program, his older brother went there. They decided instead of going to Lake Merritton High School, which is in the area, they went to Clarendon Hall, which is a small independent school that has 289 students from K through 12. So this man is also a basketball player as well. This dude was averaging crazy numbers. I think they said in the 2019-2020 season, he averaged 30 points, 20 rebounds a game. I don't know if Frank Martin needs to have him as a basketball player as well, but I don't know if that's because of competition or whatever, but that's an insane amount of number in high school to average 30 points and 20 rebounds a game. So this man has athletic ability. So how did he get to South Carolina? So I'm going to read a portion of the story, and I'm going to let you know exactly what I think of this right now. So basically, his coach had a plan they knew that they could not get major exposure when it came to playing at a small school in South Carolina. So they mapped out a plan to do exactly that, get exposure. So I'm going to read a portion of this story. This comes from the state.com. And then we're going to, like I said, talk about this. Man, it says they mapped out a plan of hitting various camps, with the USC being the first stop on the tour. The 6'4" Horton, who has an 82-inch wingspan, ran a 4.4 speed second 40-yard dash, and had a vertical leap of 39 inches at the camp. He picked up a scholarship offer before leaving Columbia. When we pulled out of camp the first day, we stopped by the Armory by USC's practice facility. He looked up and said, "Coach, I really want to play here." The coach recalled. "We are going to come back tomorrow and put on another performance and hit the schools and sit down and look at our options." He had the look in his eyes, and I knew if he got the offer, this is where he wanted to be. When a kid that is close to you wants to stay home, I'm going to tell him to stay home. I think he made a great decision. The way Coach Beamer and the USC staff love their players is similar to what we used to do. Horton has a big senior season with 42 catches for 813 yards and 13 touchdowns. He also had 4 interceptions on defense. In the Skeezer 8-man All-Star game earlier this month, Horton caught 10 passes for 280 yards and 6 touchdowns. Jesus. So if you look at his ranking real quick, he's 6'3", 190 pounds. Clarendon High, like I said, Summerton, South Carolina. He is the number 10 player in the South Carolina, the wide receiver, 118th wide receiver in the nation. He's a 3-star player, according to the 24/7 Sports composite score. So what I think about this, man, real quick before I go, I think that this is a steal for the South Carolina team. I think that you got a guy that runs a 4.4, 6'4", 190. He's going to get better. He's going to get faster. The main thing is that can he develop a skill set to go from 8-man football to the SEC football? Will that take some time? I don't know. Will that be first year? I don't know. But you got to give a guy that shot. I mean, he looks to me like a Sidney Rice. He looks to me like a not a Savell Newton, but I don't want to say Brandon Edwards. Brandon Edwards, I think, was the same height, maybe a little taller, but Sidney Rice comes to my mind, a guy that's like 6'4"-ish, kind of same body built. They remember what Sidney Rice could do. The man can go get balls, and he was out there from I believe Sidney went to Gaffney. It came to South Carolina and changed the game. So we're getting speed demons here. Like I said, I don't necessarily look at the ratings. I look at the player, and he looks like, from what I can see on the film, that he is very athletic, whether it's on a basketball field or a football field. But here's what I need you to do. Here's the question I want to ask you today. Who does he remind you of as an SC receiver? Somebody in the past that you've seen? Please let me know that in the comment section below. Let's talk about that. Who does he remind you of as you look at his basketball film and his football film? Let me know what you think about the comment section below. And always, man, if you made it this far, man, join the Patreon, man. Come on, man. In the nosebleed, Lucky Murray should drop today. Took Christmas off to celebrate with my family. But here's the theme. Once again, it's entertaining, motivate, educate, and please don't forget all three. Lucky Murray back with another Gamecock news update today, man. We got a young man who joined 8-man football and got an SEC D1 offer. So I tell all the guys who's watching, the young guys, listen, you can be from a small town. If you can ball and you got the ability, they will find you. Let me know what you think about the comment section below. But like always, it's the next time, people.